Welcome back, friends! LostScarf here, and it's time for more Professor Layton in the Lost Future, also known as the Unwound Future? Continue. Like, we played the EU version, but the NA version is called something else. We played the EU version just because that's the one we got first. So that's just how it goes. Luke and Layton encountered Dr. Schrader in Green Hospital. The doctor instructs the pair to head to the back of the hospital, where they find the Layton mobile. In the car, they find another letter from future Luke, telling them where to meet him. Luke and Layton head for the Gilded Seven Casino on Flatstone Street. Well, let's go. Moving on. Double checking camera. Yep. Wow, now that's a casino. I think it's safe to say that we found the Gilded Seven. I can't wait to see what it looks like up close. I feel like the reason why they chose this place is so Luke can't meet Luke, because he's not going to be allowed in the casino. There's no way. Kids aren't allowed in casinos. Good evening, sir. May I see your membership card, please? Membership card? The Gilded Seven Casino is a haven where society's finest ladies and gentlemen can gather. We check membership cards upon entry to ensure that less savory types are kept out. This is certainly the first I've heard of such a policy. I don't suppose you'd be willing to make an exception for us. Well, your hat does show you to be a man of impeccable taste. Now we just need to test your intellect. If you can solve this puzzle, I'll let you in without a card. Just this once, mind. This fellow seems awfully focused on your hat as well. Naturally, is there any greater proof of one's gentlemanly nature than a fine top hat? Here we go. A game of cards. Here's a painting of two players in fierce competition over a game of cards. At first glance, nothing seems strange, but occasionally people remark, if they're really in fierce competition, isn't this part of the painting strange? Circle the part of the painting that people would find strange, then touch submit. There's candies, got cards, he's got cards. They got drinks. What's weird? The lack of audience? No, the lack of audience.
That should do the trick.
Nope, I got no clue. Alright.
Well, if at first you don't succeed.
How things would look from a different perspective. Alright, okay, from a different perspective. We're being Yoda now? Alright, 27. Because that guy's not watching?
That should do the trick.
Alright, well, okay, I'm clueless.
I was sure my logic was sound.
What does it mean by a different perspective, yo? Are the guy's cards looking?
That should do the trick.
Nope, alright.
I was sure my logic was sound.
Alright, okay, let's reread this question here. Alright, let's reread it. If they're really in fierce competition, why is this painting is strange? Yeah, that.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
There!
Well, if at first you don't succeed.
Okay. Is it this guy's hand?
That should do the trick.
Why is it this guy's hand?
Well, that's settled.
That's right, cards usually have their numbers displayed in the top left corners. In the top okay. That's right. Cards usually have their numbers displayed in the top left and bottom right corners. No matter how badly he wants to win, therefore the player in the orange hat is going to have a hard time seeing his hand if he's holding his cards like that. I don't understand. We're looking at the back of the cards because he's looking at his cards. I don't understand. Was he showing his cards? I don't understand. I don't understand the problem. I don't get it. I don't get it. Expertly solved, sir. You certainly earned the right to enjoy our exclusive facilities. Welcome to the Gilded Seven. Okay. I don't understand. Just look at these fountains and this floor. The owner must be filthy rich. I know you're excited, Luke, but do try to keep your voice down. Sorry, Professor. This place is just so impressive. I understand the feeling. It's also quite large. Finding your future self in here may prove difficult. Or just like that, we find him. Casino.
So you're...
He's the future me?
It's good to finally meet you, Professor. Or rather, I suppose I should say it's nice to see you again. It's me, Luke Triton.
Okay, alright. He looks like him.
Hello, Luke.
But he doesn't have his rosy red cheeks.
Hi, Professor. Oh, you're talking to him.
Oh, come on, Luke. Come on. Get with the program, Luke.
This is going to take some getting used to.
I can't believe how small I used to be.
It's just big Luke, little Luke, that's all.
Hey, I'm not that small.
So tell me, why exactly did you go through such pains to bring us here?
All Luke has to do is ask him a secret that he should know. That's it.
I'll be happy to tell you in just a moment.
You know, to know if this is a trick.
But before that, I'd just like to verify that I'm dealing with the real Professor Layton here.
How can you what? Alright, fine.
Who else would I be?
Allow me to explain. In my London, it's rare to find someone who doesn't know the name Herschel Layton. In fact, many imposters have come forth recently claiming to be him.
Oh.
Are you saying you think the Professor is a fraud?
Professor, if you think back on our adventures together, you may recall a man named Don Paolo.
He was really good at disguises.
As you know, he was a master of disguise. How do I know the man before me now isn't Don Paolo in another of his costumes?
Now that's just rubbish, and you know it.
Is it now? He's tricked us before. Who's to say he couldn't do it again?
Very well, I'll play along. How do you propose I prove my identity?
You solved this one puzzle.
It's quite simple, really. Professor, I challenge you to a battle of wits.
Oh, here we go. Like, alright. Whoa. What exactly do you have in mind? Oh, great, I need adult Luke voice. I don't have an English accent at all in my wheelhouse. I don't even have a wheelhouse. It's more of a wheel shanty. Alright, we're not even gonna try. Professor, as a cautious man, I'm sure you have questions about my identity as well. I therefore suggest that we each prove identity to the other's satisfaction. To this end, I propose that we demonstrate the power of our respective intellects. I've prepared a puzzle that can only be solved by someone as insightful as Professor Layton. Should you find a solution, I will give you the chance to present me with a similar challenge. If I am who I say I am, I should have no trouble solving whatever you throw my way, should I? Let's get started. Before us are 4 cards arranged according to the following set of conditions. First, a heart is next to a diamond. Second, a club is next to a spade. Is not next to a spade. Finally, a heart is directly to the right of a club. Using these 3 conditions, I challenge you to find the spade amongst these 4 cards. Alright! A heart is next to a diamond. A club is not next to a spade. A heart is directly to the right of a club. Let's say the heart's on our right. Let's say heart's here. No, let's say diamond here, heart here, club here, spade. Ah, okay. So that means club, heart, diamond, spade, heart. Yep. Are you quite sure about your answer, Professor? I'd reconsider if I were you. Go. Are you quite sure about you? Oh, I'm wrong? Ah, fudge. Oh, find the spade! That's the heart, this is the spade. Yes, that is indeed the location of the spade. Impressive, Professor. I thought I wanted the heart. I need to read more. Yep, club, heart, diamond, spade. Yeah. I thought I wanted the heart. Whoops. Thank you. Now, if I may present you with a puzzle of my own design. Nothing would please me more. Good, I appreciate the idea behind your puzzle, so if you don't mind, I'd like to do something similar. Here are the conditions for my 4 cards. A club lies directly to the right of a heart. A diamond is on the far left or far right, and has a heart next to it. Finally, club is also the far left or far right card. Are you ready? Are you able to find the spade using these conditions? Alright. A club sits directly to the right of a heart. One of the cards on the far left or far right is a diamond, and next to it is a heart. The other card on the far left or far right is a club. Well, obviously the club's got to be right here. Club, heart, diamond, spade. You almost had me there, Professor, but as you know, this puzzle is flawed. It's unsolvable. It's right there! Is that so? Yes, I tried several solutions, but none work, given the conditions you've set forth. It's right here! Right here. Reading again. Oh! Oh, I was tricked! I was tricked! Okay. Directly to the right of heart. So you could have heart here, but you need a diamond next to the heart. And if you have the diamond here, if you have the diamond here or here. So the diamond's here, the heart has to be here. And the club would have to be here. But you can't have the club here, because the club has to be over here. And you have the diamond over here. You'd have the heart here, but the club must be to the right of the heart, right? Yeah, so you can't. Okay, yeah, there is no solution. Son of a bitch! Okay, so I would fail as Luke. Oh, really? Tell me, did I ever state that the 4 cards on the table included 1 card from each suit? Oh! Oh! Oh, that's the trick. So the answer is, there is no spade. Oh, I got him. Wow! Precisely. This was a trick question, but it makes a pertinent point. In the puzzle you issued me, you failed to specify that the 4 cards included 1 from each suit. Leaving in a loophole like that can make the puzzle unsolvable. The same omission can also open the door to alternate solutions. You intentionally presented me with a puzzle that, when examined closely, is actually incomplete. That was a real test you set up for me, was it not? To see if I would spot the loophole? Well, I would not spot that loophole! Son of a bitch, I would not spot the loophole.
It seems you're the genuine article, Professor.
Jesus.
I'm glad to see that I've finally convinced you.
To be honest, I was convinced from the beginning. But I just couldn't pass up the opportunity to pit myself against my mentor in a battle of wits.
I'm flattered, I suppose.
So? Out with it! Why did you call us here?
What the? Well, what? Now there's no dialogue, huh? There are too many eyes on us in here. There's a storeroom in the back where we can talk. Follow me. Mystery 5 solved. The young man signing himself Luke Triton turned out to be an older Luke from 10 years in the future. He wrote to his old trusted teacher to request his aid. Would be a very bad time for an H. Okay, let's hear it. Nug, nug. No, it's no good. The door won't budge. Without all the lights and music, it looks really sad. Ah, here we go. Professor Layton, Luke, welcome to the London of the future. Still not convinced? You saw Dr. Schrader, didn't you? You must have noticed the toll that time has taken on your mentor. Yes, we saw him. And what of fair London? You've walked around enough now to see how she's changed. Could you imagine there being a casino in this sleepy part of town back in your time? Yeah, everything's changed. What's happened to the city? A genius appeared. An evil genius who turned the city on its head. Oh, I know where this is going. Don Paolo took over the city, didn't he? Don Paolo? Oh no, I'm talking about a true brilliant man. Some of the three of us all know quite well. Well, if it's not Don Paolo, then who is it? Professor Layton? What do you think, Professor? I really couldn't say. Really? Who is it? I've just got to know. His name is Herschel Layton. The evil genius is you, Professor. What? My balls. I was afraid you'd say that. That can't possibly be right. I'm sorry to say that it is. They call him the Devil in the Top Hat, and he rules London from the shadows. It's common knowledge for people in this part of London. In the future, the city of London is in the thrall of an evil Layton. The sight of the professor, who looks just the same as his future self, is enough to spark fear among the local people. Tell me more, Luke. What? I don't know any more than you do, Professor. Oh my god! No, I meant the other Luke. Goodness, this is getting rather complicated, isn't it? Tell me, Luke, how did I rise to rule over all of London? Where to begin? Well, here, Professor. Surely you remember this. Bong. Of course. This is an article about the accident that happened just the other day. Haha. Yes, to you, I suppose it was a recent event. But here, it's been a full 10 years since that fateful day. Wow. It was the start of a dark period for London. With the Prime Minister missing, Parliament was in utter chaos, you see? I gotta figure out the voice for Luke, because I'm going all over the place. Yes, everyone in Parliament is in a state of panic. In our time, I mean. Professor, you witnessed with your own eyes the accident that changed London forever. The time machine presentation was a complete failure. Yes, both the Prime Minister and the scientist. You mean Dr. Stargan? Yes, that's right. Several people disappeared into the blast, including those two. It seems likely they were killed by the force of the explosion. Didn't the paper say that a few of the Stargan's assistants had also vanished in the blast? That's a story in the press, but what would you say if I told you Stargan was still alive? I'd say it's impossible. Then you'd be wrong. Dr. Stallion escaped the blast, but he went into hiding to avoid reprisals after the experiment. The man was responsible for the loss of a national leader. After all, desperate for a place to lie low, the doctor was given shelter by an unlikely person. You, Professor. Me? Why would I aid the man responsible for this pandemonium? That is something I have never understood. Oh, let me get a full body shot here. Crap, I did it wrong. Evil Layton! There we go. It lines up. Okay, we're just leaving it like this for now. In the months that followed the explosion, you slowly grew distant from me. You began consorting with figures from the criminal underworld. The Professor? Never! Don't be so sure. Time has a way of changing people, Luke. It was clear that something about Stagen's research captivated you, Professor. You couldn't stop talking about time travel. You seemed obsessed with the idea of changing the past. Oh, there's a reason! Changing the past. Dr. Stagen was very interested in continuing his research, but he needed financial backing to do it. They used your superior intellect to assume control of London's underworld. No! Of course there were those who tried to stop you, but none were a match for Professor Layton. Before long, you were raking in cash from all sorts of dodgy businesses. With all the funding he needed, it wasn't long before Stagen completed his time machine. Time machine, you mean? That's right, the time machine in the clock shop on Midland Road. I suppose completed is the wrong word, as the machine is far from complete. How so? It doesn't allow the user to select a destination. You can select neither the place nor the time you wish to travel to. In fact, it would be more accurate to describe it as a sort of tunnel between two periods in time. A wormhole? Precisely, and by sheer chance, this wormhole opened in the clock shop and crossed the 10 years between our two times. This gives us the ability to move back and forth between your present and mine. So you use the wormhole, so you use the time hole to get the message to us and to bring us here. One thing is bothering me, though. This time hole is obviously very important to my future self. Surely the Layton of this era must keep a close eye on it. How did you gain access? I'll get to that, but right now there's more pressing business I'd like to attend to. Go on then, tell us why you called us here. Always one step ahead of me, eh? You haven't lost your touch, Professor. I wish to enlist your help in stopping Herschel Layton. You want me to stop myself? Even as we speak, the other Layton is working to build a fully operational time machine. He's been ducking back into your time to gather every bright scientist working in time travel. Well, why bother going into the past to find scientists? There must be plenty here in this era. Actually, many of the experts in the field were lost when Stagen's presentation went awry. Layton had no choice but to travel back to the time before the blast in order to gather talent. Things are really bad. Things are already bad. But if Layton manages to build a fully functional time machine, who knows what could happen? Someone has to stop him from completing his scheme. But the only person who might succeed is... me. That is what you are going to say, is it not? Exactly. We have to fight fire with fire. No one else stands a chance against him. But how? I'm not familiar with this future London. I wouldn't even know where to start looking. That's one obstacle we'll have to overcome together, overcome together. Layton's actions are shrouded in secrecy. His base of operations, however, is well known. We can start our search for him there. You mean this casino isn't the future professor's headquarters? No, this establishment is just... Oh my god, I forgot to switch it back. No, this establishment is just one of many ways he makes money. His headquarters are in the heart of Chinatown. Why Chinatown? Well, let's visit the place and see if we can learn anything more. I must admit, Luke, there is still quite a bit about this situation that I find dubious. However, I see that the only way to get to the bottom of this is to go and find this man claiming to be me. I thought you'd say that, Professor. Don't forget me, I'm coming, too. Of course you are. If I can't count on myself for help, who can I count on? Thinking about what you just said makes me feel kind of dizzy. Aha. Well, I suppose you get used to it soon. I'm going to need your help in stopping the evil Layton, too. Oh yes, there's one more investigation. Yes, there's one more interesting fact I should mention, Professor. Yes? There's no record of a scientist matching Dr. Stargan's name and description. It's a false name. Is that so? Whoever he was, he took pains to hide his real identity in the people at the presentation. Now that you mention it, few of the guests seem to know of the man. What would motivate Stargan to use a false name? What was he at? What was he planning? Another interesting question we may hope to answer along the way. It just doesn't make any sense. What are you thinking, Professor? We can talk more on the way. For now, we should head back to Flatzone Street. So instead of the girl, it's these two with another Luke. Alright, we solved 2 and let's see. Our grown-up Luke used a time machine to send the letter back to the present, requesting the help of his former teacher, Professor Layton, in research in rescuing the chaotic future city of London. The shady characters dressed in grey are members of a gang under the control of the future Layton, the boss of the London underworld. The future Herschel Layton is a crime lord who terrorizes London with his gang of thugs, known and feared by Londoners as the Devil in the Top Hat. The Devil in the Top Hat. How could this model English gentleman have turned into such a monster? Possession? He's being possessed. Dr. Stangen is a scientist who unveiled the time machine at the presentation, but no records exist of a scientist with that name. He must be somebody else, using an alias to cover up his true identity. Who is he really? Please, sir, we need to make our way back to Flatstone Street. Not separating my voices enough. I'd imagine this place has no shortage of patrons. I personally prefer games of skill to games of chance. He is a puzzle guy, so of course he does. No puzzles here? Surprised by lack of puzzles. Alright. I got 3 different... Okay. The flying walls are so shiny, they make my head spin. There's one more Luke. I bet the professor would be a dab hand at poker if he tried. Oh my god. Okay, let's go.
Oh, there you are, boss!
Uh-oh. Nostro.
Oh,
Oi! What are you doing wearing the boss's getup? This your idea of a joke?
no, not at all.
Come to think of it, I don't think I've seen any of you round here before.
Not even future Luke?
Yes, well, we don't often get a chance to visit this fine establishment of yours.
Dunno about that, but I'm gonna need you to come with me for some questioning. This way, you three.
Uh-oh.
Professor, run away while you can!
And that's how we lose future Luke? Didn't even get to use him.
No!
Quickly, you two, this way.
Don't let him escape! Yeah? Don't let him escape!
Alright. They have a lot of guns! Oh, they're totally killing random people, right? Oh my god, they're killing people! Half those people are dead now. Are you kidding me?
We're surrounded, Professor!
Calm yourself, Luke. I have a plan.
What the balls?
Wait! Where are you going? Ah!
Bunch of people totally dead already.
Do you see a way out of this?
I do, but I'll need your help.
What the balls? Slot machine get what? It's a puzzle? Okay, here we go. We're not allowed to fail this one. Oh my god, really? Build a corn gun from the parts of this disassembled slot machine and help our heroes fight back. Rotate the parts to fit them into the checkered shape below. Must use all the parts and none of them can overlap. Now hurry. At least there's no timer, right? I'd be screwed if there was a timer. This is where we feed in the coins, I assume. Go over here. This is where it comes out. This is probably a shooty part. Can they be flipped? Nope. They can only be rotated. There we go.
Let's see if I've got this right.
That's a weird-ass gun.
Few things satisfy like a puzzle solved.
So they're gonna just keep jacking at the fire? Alright. Jackpot, it's time to fight back. Coin shoots. Huh. Holy crap, yeah, he's gonna jack it. A lot of burr. Oh my god! Okay. I was gonna be a laser beam or something. What the hell?
We can't win this fight! Fall back, boys! Fall back!
How? There's coins.
Say, that was a close one.
We gave them a taste of their own medicine.
Funny, I don't remember you helping.
Look, you're me, so that means I get some credit for assisting.
Oh, is that so?
That's very interesting logic.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Big score. Save. Okay, we're in the next chapter. We've only done like, two puzzles, yeah. The enigmatic future. So where are we? So we're headed to now, then, Mr. Trident. Look, please call me anything but Mr. Trident. It's really strange being called that by myself. It's pretty awkward for me too. What else am I supposed to call you? I don't see why you can't both be called Luke. Should the need to distinguish. Yeah, there it is, Big Luke, Little Luke. Oh yeah, there you go. Should the need to distinguish between you arise, you can be Big Luke and you can be Little Luke. If we get cold, you can be Big Spoon, Little Spoon. I don't know, let's go. I'm not too keen on Little Luke, but it's better than all this confusion. You're the boss, Professor. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Little Luke. Oh no, the pleasure's all mine, Big Luke. Oh my god. Now where were we? Ah yes, there was something I need to check up on. Professor, did you pass a restaurant and the shopping arcade on the way to the casino? The one near the arcade's southern exit? That's the one. Well, head there first. A friend of mine is waiting for us. Okay. Any puzzles here? These cars must belong to the family. What a scary thought. What were they thinking, wrecking their own casino? That's a good question. They just shoot up the place. I don't get it. I don't get why they shot up the place like that. Really confused. What a splendid fountain this would be. What a splendid fountain this would be if it were running. Yikes! What are you doing, sneaking up on me like that? You almost gave me a heart attack. Sorry, sir. I didn't think a simple hello would scare you so much. I was lost in thought and didn't see you coming. Anyway, I have things to do. Goodbye. What's the matter, Professor? Look at the ground, Luke. Yay! Wet footprints, but it hasn't rained since we got here. How come my shoes are wet? I haven't the faintest idea. A raging clue. These bushes are growing out of the gaps in the gap now. These bushes growing out of the gaps in the paving stones. That means there's water there. Does this manhole remind you of anything, Professor? Why would it? Besides, oftentimes I've gone in the sewer. Think of the casino's up that way. This way. Nothing new with her, okay. Arcade, restaurant. Just a little further, Luke. We're almost at the arcade now. I know, we walked through here earlier. Alright, of course you did. You mentioned that before, didn't you? Yeah. Hey, you know, there's something I've been wondering about. What's on your mind? Well, a machine that can take people to any point in time would really change the world. And not only that, it could improve people's lives. Yes, it would certainly have the potential to do that. But even though this time machine could do so much for people, you want to stop it from being made? Picture this scenario. Imagine there's this bully who's always giving you trouble. Go on. Now let's say you had that time machine we've been talking about. Would you travel back in time when that bully was a teensy 5-year-old and get your own back? Of course not, that'd be cruel. Of course you wouldn't, but that's because you've got a good heart. Imagine damage that someone less kind would do with a machine like that. They would murder a 5-year-old? What? Cool, I never thought of it like that. You have to stop that machine from being built. What? What is any of that logic? Oh, this lady. I don't remember her name, her voice. Oh, there you are, Flukykins. Oh, I've missed the sound of your sweet voice. Well, my name is Luke, with an L. Oh, what's in the name anyway? All it matters is the love we share, Fluky. Don't you feel lucky we have met your soulmate, to have met your soulmate so early in life? I know I do. Listen, Belle, I think maybe you've got big dreams for our future? I certainly do. Now, if only I could sort out this house plan. Alright, we'll do this puzzle and that'll be it. About to hit the 40-minute mark. Let's go. 40 points too. Oh no, and one of these! Oh crap. Alright. This empty plot is lined with wooden stakes that form a grid of squares. Your job is to stretch some ropes between the stakes so that a four-person family planning to build a house here can have 4 identical shaped rooms, using up the whole plot of land. For a straight line across multiple stakes, be sure to use only 1 rope. You need to complete the puzzle using 5 ropes or fewer. Alright. What getting me are the corners. How do you make it identical with the corners? You must use the entire plot. That means... that probably doesn't count, because then you're not using the entire plot of land. Right? It's out of curiosity.
Here's my answer.
Doesn't count. Okay, alright, okay.
Let me think this through again.
The other shapes were similar, maybe their angles were different. Maybe they were not in proportion. Not in proportion? But they have to be identical. Use the entire... Okay, I don't understand. Save. Hints, because I don't get it. Body shaped like a shape with 2 of its corners cut off. Maybe... keep this in mind and think about what kind of shapes you can make 4 of. You need 4 rooms of the same shape to solve this puzzle. They don't all have to be the same size, however. Oh! Perhaps make 4 trapeziums. Wonder why you failed? Remember, to truly be considered the same shape, all the rooms need to be to scale. The solution involves 2 large rooms are the same size and 2 small rooms are the same size. The large rooms are perfectly proportional to the small ones. Picture a cut diamond, the type that you'd put in a ring, covered, viewed from the side. The 4 rooms are all that shape. If that's still confusing, count 2 stakes left from the top right corner, and stretch a rope 2 stakes down from there. Then count 2 stakes down from the top right corner, and stretch the rope 2 stakes left from there. See the shape you made? That's it. But okay. That's not it. Two stakes left from the top right corner, and stretch a rope down. Rope 2 stakes down from there. And count 2 stakes down from the top right corner, and stretch a rope 2 stakes left from there. Like this. Okay. Oh! Alright, is that it? Okay. Is that it?
How about this?
Dumb bitch. Alright, okay, now let's keep those coins. Let's keep those coins. Yeah, I'm just not that smart. Oh, God. Alright, you got me there, game.
How about this?
I'm glad for the super hints because, oh my God.
Puzzle can stop Layton's apprentice.
Nice job. There we are. All the same shape. Did it take you long to realize that the rooms didn't need to all be the same size? Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Oh, how wonderful. That's a lovely home you've designed for us, Fluke. I'm just so happy. Now give your sweetheart a big squishy kiss. Oh, God. Stop making that kissy face at me. Oh, Fluke, there you go again. Every time you get embarrassed, it's like that. Just like that. I just melt. A new toy car thing. Alright. It's Luke and other Luke. Look at the toy car a second. Oh yeah, it's courses. Alright, we'll do those later. Alright, okay, so that's the game for now. We solved, how many puzzles? 3? We did 3. Oh my God, how many puzzles are in this game? There you go, that right there is the game for now. I had fun watching. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Having fun this come by, and see you next time.